Hey, welcome back to another episode. Episode of, that's the remix version. Welcome to another episode of Ego on Break. I'm your host, Dynamite J. Andrews. Got the Mississippi Madman, Logan Creed, sitting at my side. And we're going to talk episode 3 of Smoky Mountain Wrestling. And we're going to talk, I stumbled upon Lucha Libre USA Masked Warriors. And I'm excited to talk about this. Me and Madman have different opinions of this event. But let's get into the Smoky Mountain Wrestling episode 3. We saw episode 1, episode 2, and overall we give it thumbs up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And so episode 3 kicks us off with
Pat Rose versus, again, Hollywood Bob Holly.
Hollywood Bob Holly. Definitely straight out of Mobile, Hollywood. Or Hollywood, Alabama.
Okay, out of the two gimmicks, which one was worse, Spark Plug or Hollywood?
Ooh.
I like hardcore. I mean, I like the guy. I think he's a great wrestler.
At least Sparky Plug had like a gimmick where Hollywood had shades and pink tights. Come out looking like, he looks like the long lost brother of the Hearts. Like he's in all pink, got that neon pink, got the dark brown long hair. I'm like, you're like Stu Hart, like went on vacation to Alabama, had Bob Holly, and then went back to
until he talks.
Yeah, but I mean, he definitely is. He's definitely like the long lost cousin to the Hart Foundation.
But Bob wins with a top rope knee drop. It's a short match, probably about 8 minutes. Not bad.
Right.
They put over Pat Rose, being a veteran, which I do like that. Even if a guy's like gonna lose, and pretty obviously gonna lose, they still at least put him over somewhere.
Yeah, Hollywood was definitely the star that was being built.
Because I hate when WWE has guys and like, it's that guy, and then they don't say nothing else about him. So I've seen it happen a lot. But next was another Tim Horner promo,
and these are phenomenal
with a
bit of sarcasm.
At least the Fantastics were there to save it.
Yeah,
because like they let him talk first, and then they're like, okay, let's get that crap out of the way and get him. And they definitely saved it. But again, they were more or less talking about cousin Ivan. No, Ivan lost Vladimir. Mm-hmm. Vladimir goes back to Russia for some reason.
It's top secret meeting.
Yeah, top secret cow meeting. And you don't know what it's going to be. So,
but Uncle Ivan has a new partner.
Yes, Uncle Ivan has a new partner. You don't know who it's going to be till a promo in just a couple of minutes. Literally. Like,
we don't know who it is. Come on in here, Ivan.
Literally. Like,
tell us who it is.
Right behind it is Fulton promoing on who Koloff's new partner is.
Right.
He did a short one by himself.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer them as a team doing promos.
I do too.
They play off each other better. It wasn't a bad one. It was Bobby doing the thing, but it just, they have more, like they lead each other better.
Right.
So it wasn't bad, but it was like, who's the new partner? And so the next thing you see is Koloff promos, new partner. His new partner's Jimmy Golden. This dude had a look to him, did he not? He looked like an old-time boxer.
Yeah.
Like, he has the mustache, and he has his old-school robe on, and he looks like he'd be like, come on, stick him up, stick him up, stick him up. And that's what he looks like.
Let me, bonus points, you ready?
Uh-huh.
His kayfabe kid wrestles in AEW. You know who it is?
Wait a minute. Jimmy Golden? No.
Jake Hager.
Really?
In WWE, Swagger's daddy comes to help him out or whatever, and it's Jimmy Golden.
I do remember that. I forgot all of. God, that was 10 years ago or more.
See, Jack Swagger, second generation.
Well, that makes sense when the sheep fighting. So,
I saw that and I was like, oh, look, it's Swagger's daddy.
But when he starts cutting that promo, and you got Ivan with this heavy Russian accent, his dude has the heaviest Southern accent there is humanly possible.
We gonna beat you up, boys.
Yeah, like, if you don't speak Southern, he needs subtitles. I mean, it's bad. It's not a bad promo, just his accent is bad. So,
I didn't like the pairing.
No, it was awful. I don't know. Jim's like, oh, shit, we ain't got him. Who we got? You a back? Okay.
Oh, who's tall? Come here.
Because he's a big dude. He really was. I haven't seen him wrestle yet, but
out of the guys we've seen, who would you put in there that we've seen in episode 1 and 2? They could have took Vladimir's place. I vote Killer Cow.
Yeah, that was probably who I was going to say. Well, Danny was a face at this point, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, if he would have been a heel, I'd said Danny.
Or Rip Rogers,
or maybe Rip.
Yeah.
Rip was probably the one I would pick the most.
Yeah, but I wasn't a fan of this pairing. Like,
no, they didn't fit together.
Right.
They was like, you got a black shoe and a purple one.
Yeah.
And like, why? And like,
neon.
We needed something to go on that other foot. And that's all we got. And so you got the purple shoe.
Right.
So I don't know how the match comes out because we haven't seen it.
Right.
But the match you get first was second. My bad. Is Jumping Joey Maggs versus Rip Rogers.
Man, Joey Maggs to me could have been a star.
No.
Like he's like I don't know why he didn't become successful. And I mean I know he did a little bit,
yeah, but never
right.
what it should have been.
Yeah, like dude had a good look.
Yeah,
he was
jacked,
solid
man.
in the ring, like athletic. Like Jumping Joey was awesome. Like to me, he was the highlight of the episode.
And him and Rip Rogers had a really good match.
Exactly.
The finish was a top rope superplex called the Ripperplex.
Yep.
By Rip Rogers. But honestly, it's very, very solid match. Very, very good. I'd love to know like why he never went any further.
I would too.
I think his biggest deal was what, a tag team?
I think wasn't it like him and
I can't remember who his tag team
was it
partner
Paul
was.
Roma?
Was it? Might be. I'd have to look it up.
No, Jim Pop. I don't remember.
But he was in a tag team.
He was in a tag team
WCW that was pretty okay. I don't think they ever went anywhere.
I think he did like some enhancement work in WWF too.
Yeah.
Like, and maybe.
But that's all he was ever really was an enhancement guy.
Yeah.
But the thing I remember that got a little bit of a push was a tag team, but I cannot remember who his partner was. I have to look that up. But yeah. So if you want to look it up and figure out who it was that never got pushed, you'll find it.
Newt, let us know.
Yeah, probably. You're the one
commenter.
So after that was the Mighty Yankee versus Robert Gibson. Gibson wins with a bulldog. This match was better than I thought it was going to be. Do you agree with that?
It was okay, but I'm talking about dollar store look, man. The Yankee was rough looking.
Might have been what I was talking about in another episode we did. Yeah, he looked like he found these somewhere.
And
who do you think it was a known wrestler being the Mighty Yankee?
I have a thing I'd like to look it up. So I've heard stories of like wrestling around the Scott County area like years and years and years and years and years ago. And there was a wrestler named the Blue Yankee.
Oh, okay.
And I'm wondering if Blue Yankee from Mississippi is Mighty Yankee in Smoky Mountain.
Because it was all blue.
Yeah.
And it had the weird Spider-Man eyes.
Oh, it was horrible.
It was some generic looking stuff. Now from back in the day, it might have been
it may have been top notch, or he may have made it in the car with some glitter. I don't know, but
looks like he had a sewing kit.
Yeah,
made,
but I'd love to find out if the Mighty Yankee was the Blue Yankee that I've heard. And I hadn't heard a lot of stories. It's just like people like, oh, I remember the Blue Yankee and this guy. So I've heard his name a few times, but it was always not wrestling like Mid-South but it was always like, oh, wrestling in Scott County. Like, so.
I don't know, man, but I thought the match was way better than I thought it was going to be.
I mean, looking at him, it could have been rough. So.
Yeah, I really was expecting rough, and it wasn't. It was actually a very watchable match.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a great, 2.5.
Is another one, like, he's not the greatest on promos. He's okay.
Yeah.
But in the ring, like, I think he was, I ain't going to say he was better than Ricky, but, like, he was definitely the technical version of
He filled in all the spots that Ricky didn't fill.
He was the hot tag guy. Yeah.
He was the muscle.
Because Ricky took the beating and Robert come in for the super save.
I mean, he was the muscle.
So, but yeah, the
He's
Mighty
animal
Yankee,
to Brett.
that name just, I was like, Mighty Yankee. I was like,
but yeah, I definitely want to look up some on Joey Maggs and some on the Mighty Yankee. Like, I did my homework a little bit in the beginning, but by the third episode, I'm stringing myself along.
Okay, we're getting at the end, which is weird because I haven't got that much notes. But it's like Cornette does a promo again on Tag Wrestling, talking about a tournament they're supposed to start doing, and that's basically all it is. It's who he's going to bring in, but it will not say who he's bringing in. And who does it wind up being?
I have no idea. I'm guessing Heavenly Bodies, but I don't know.
But I know it's not Midnight.
I mean,
I'm
I
almost
don't know.
positive, but maybe I'll be wrong. So you can see me.
So I'm actually
I don't
looking
do
forward
that
to it
very
because I don't know.
So, okay, they give you a recap of Dutch Mantel versus the Armstrongs, which should be setting up for Brian Lee versus Dutch Mantel.
Right.
But the show goes off right there. And it's in the middle of this recap, and I was like, dun, 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 dun. I'm like, the hell's going on? And I hit my YouTube. And
I guess I didn't notice that neither had the main event.
It was 20 minutes. Like, for some reason, the rest of the show is not there. So I have no idea what happened on that show. But that's how it ended, unfortunately. But I looked on the rest of them, and none of the others were like this. This is one damn show. Mm-hmm. So we'll have to find out what happens in episode 4.
All right, now to the main event.
This ain't no main event.
Lucha Libre USA from 2010. I know they were on like MTV2.
Is that what it was?
And at some point, I think they were on like the USA's Spanish channel or something.
I can't remember what it's called. Telemundo?
No, this was like an English channel, but that had like...
I know the big deal was like it was being called in English for the first time ever.
Yep.
Lucha Libre. Was 10 years ago now,
Mexican wrestling comes to the United States.
It's called Lucha Libre USA Masked Warrior Wrestling.
Warriors.
I was like, this is the longest name in history of wrestling. It's like, you're winded.
And the intro, like, coming on, like, the is pretty cool. Like, I dig how it comes on. It's loaded with talent, like, for sure. Not everybody that they showcase yet is talent.
No.
But a lot of the guys, like, they made a toy line. Like, this was going to be huge. Had 6 figures, and then they did this, like, mask figure combo. So you get a replica mask and a figure.
Yeah, I watched the trailer you said.
Yeah, like, so they had product out there. And let me tell you, that product's not cheap.
Really?
Like, average price
maybe
is
because
about
it's so rare.
$50 to $100.
Dang. Well, I mean, they're named wrestlers. That's the thing I was going to say.
Yep.
Okay, the first match is a 6-man tag.
And this is
trash.
It had highlights.
You can't follow it, dude.
Had highlights.
No damn way you can follow this crap.
It had good
highlights.
Things.
I give it that, but you can't follow. I couldn't tell you who the legal man was after the second tag.
It's because they don't tag.
No, they don't tag. They talk about that. And then, do they talk about how confusing that makes it?
But
Bruh,
I did learn
that
so
lost.
If the captain of the team gets beat, match is over. But if he doesn't get pinned, both members under there have to be pinned. So you can't just pin one, flunky. You got to pin both flunkies. So, all right, let's get to this great match.
Okay, I'm going to botch the hell out of these
El
names.
Oriental, El Limon, and Neutronic. And let me just tell you that being named the Lemon is awesome.
With a black and white mask.
It was black and yellow.
Yellow.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
But the whole time, like, the commentators going, he sure is sour. He's sour. He's sour.
Oh,
like,
commentaries.
making lemonade because he's sour.
Commentaries absolutely.
But they took on the Puerto Rican Powers, San Juan Kid, and PR Flyer. And then their captain was Mascarada Pupera.
Yeah. Yeah.
My biggest, when I was watching them do the introductions, the Puerto Rican Powers, PR Powers, the tag team, man, they look like indie backyard guys for real.
Big time.
So I was a little disappointed in that. But however, I wish they would have translated their names because it was being more a USA product.
I know what you're saying.
Instead of saying El Limon, they should have said the Lemon. I get why they didn't because being known as the Lemon sounds dumb. Being El Limon sounds awesome.
Sounds like that Al Snow story about the dude being named the desk.
But that was my biggest downfall. But this is the first episode, and this is the first match you choose to put out. I had to question, what were you thinking?
All these matches, I want to know what the hell they're thinking. It was hard as hell to follow if you don't understand Lucha Libre.
Right.
And everybody's in the ring at all points and times. It's hard as hell to follow.
And the commentators, they were like, we're going to tell you the differences, but they do, but during commentary, I wish they would set up a set of rules that came on first. This rule.
Because they were too worried about trying to tell their bad jokes on TV, and they were so horrible.
But it makes you go, I know why y'all didn't last long.
But I was like, oh yeah, most definitely.
But I mean, if you watch back, there's probably 7 or 8 things that were really solid in this match that could be taken. And the Pupera guy was really good. All red, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He was really good.
And like they don't know the name of the moves. They're getting moves wrong left and right. I ain't saying that's super important, but how you keep calling a backwards headbutt a shoulder tackle, I'll never damn well know.
And it was more like a
trust fall. That's what it was. But he was hitting him with the back of his head. But it was the match itself was like if I had understood what the hell was going on, I could have enjoyed it. But I could not follow this.
I just watched it for what it was. That was
flip.
Yeah, but a lot of just. Oh, well, that was kind of cool. Oh, that was kind of cool. I didn't try to look for all the bad.
No, it wasn't I was trying to crap on. It's just I couldn't understand what the hell
El Oriental looks good, too. No, like, he has an amazing look. Good.
I had no problem with what anybody looked like or even with the wrestling style. He was trying to figure out, okay, who the hell is even the legal guy? Who's the good guy and who's the bad guy? You couldn't even really understand that.
I get it. But overall, I mean, I give it a 1 out of 5.
You're going to give it a negative 1, but okay. But El Oriental's team won, and I think, wasn't Neutronic the leader?
Yes.
Okay.
But they pinned the 2 Puerto Rican Power kids.
But I'm just saying, they made a big deal out of them. One of them had to be the captain. If he got pinned, okay, everybody wins.
Right.
Yeah, my brain. But anyway, the next match is...
Picture Survivor Series, old school Survivor Series having these rules.
Dude. That was confusing enough. Anyway, the next match is not much better. Mini Park
Masquerita
Dorada versus pick something Halloween.
Yeah.
Chi-Chi.
Chi-Chi.
It's this big buff dude. And,
Chi-Chi is an Exotico.
Yeah, it's Exotico. With a lady manager. I didn't never catch her name.
Best friend. I don't remember it either. They said it, but I don't remember it. But it was fun because the Exotico, they kept referring to her as she, which, okay, fine. But my favorite was, oh my God, she had a wardrobe malfunction. She lost her shirt.
Wig comes off. He's bigger than everybody in the damn ring. He's huge.
Because everybody, like, it's a minis match. Because even the Halloween, like, he was, I don't know if he was a mini, but he wasn't full size. So he was like
up to here on me.
Yeah, he was like 4'8" or something. Yeah. But Chi-Chi was like 5'2".
Yeah.
So
no, this was,
or 5'4" maybe. Like, he was smaller, but not.
And
to be the Exotico, if they would have just put another mini in, pulled the Exotico out, had an Exoticos match, it would have been cool. Like, again.
But it's just meant as a comedy match.
Yeah, it's just really trying to figure out what's going on here is confusing. What they were thinking when they were booking this.
Dorada and Halloween had a feud going somewhere else that they talked about at one point.
So
and I mean, he did one spot where he spun around Homeboy like 5 times.
Yeah,
I mean, some of the stuff.
I love that stuff.
Impressive, but it's just trying to and in the end, like Chi-Chi's busy kissing the referee. His manager friend comes in, power bombs Dorada, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
And then Chi-Chi comes in and hits him with a schoolboy.
Yeah.
And that's the finish. And I'm just like, what the hell did I just
it was weird for sure.
And they're long matches. Like, they're not short.
No.
And I think that's a lot of it. Like, they go so long. But anyway, that was your match. I was probably more impressed by the minis than anything.
For sure.
And I probably would have rather watched them wrestle each other.
And that was my thought. So,
or maybe just Halloween, because I didn't really get the Chi-Chi thing.
It didn't fit. It was just in their world, Exoticos and minis just went together. Yeah,
sister, whatever the hell you want to call yourself. I don't know. I'm not that. But what anyway?
Exotico.
Muscle bound.
Exotico.
You.
Yep.
So there you go. But I mean, to me, Chi-Chi should have kicked the hell out of everybody. That's what it looked like.
I give this a 2 just because it was different, but I only give it a 2 because it could have been so much more.
I'll give it a 2 too because I enjoyed the 2 meetings.
Yeah.
So there you go.
And the Halloween kid wasn't bad. Like,
yeah, I mean, his whole gimmick's I prank people.
Yeah.
I'm like, who's writing this? But I didn't write this down, but there was a backstage promo between Marco Corleone and
Teneblis Jr.
There you go. Yeah. Which was in part Spanish and...
Oh, it was all Spanish.
All Spanish, that's
and
right.
Corleone said nothing. All right, then. See y'all.
Yep. Right.
It's like these guys came in to Corleone. He was exercising.
And the fat guy was eating donuts or something.
And pretending to exercise. And they cut the promo, this heel promo on the babyface in Spanish, and he going...
I didn't know who was the heel.
And then once it's over, he's like, all right, then, y'all come back and shut the door. But Mark Corleone, you know who he is?
Not a clue.
Really?
No.
Mark Jindrak from WCW.
God, what happened?
He lost weight and
A lot.
he got ripped.
Oh, okay.
Got his diet under control, I guess. But yeah, that's who he is.
The match itself was okay.
Yeah, the match was fine. Teneblis Jr., I have seen like his mask and stuff before. It's the first time I ever saw him. He's a big dude.
No, I enjoyed the match. That's what I was going to say, besides the joke crap on the outside. Because
the fat guy that's with Corleone, I guess, is like trying to get Corleone in shape or whatever. But he's like, he's so fat he can't help him. So it's literally like a 2-on-1 because Neutronics or whatever, he was out there.
But boy, when he hit Neutronics with the clothesline, like he killed him. So I don't know. It's a weird show.
It was weird, but Corleone won, right?
Yes.
Yep.
And then he got jumped and beat up by everybody. And the fat guy got laid out in the ring that couldn't fit in the ring.
Yeah.
So it's a weird show. It's his fault we watched it.
I give the concept.
Give me credit because I made it all the way through it.
I give the concept a thumbs up. I give the toy line double thumbs up. And I'm intrigued enough by this to try to find more, but I can't. There's a bunch of like 15-second clips out there of stuff, and then there's like one fan cam match, and there's like a couple promos, but I can't find another episode. So if someone knows,
ever any more made? Do you know?
Yeah, I think there was like a season, like 8 episodes or something. So
it's 10 years old. Mm-hmm. You had to Google that crap.
But what made me find this was I'm flipping through looking for toys, for action figures. Or for wrestlers, and I come across this one that's got an awesome look, and I'm like, what is this? And I'm thinking it's a custom, so I'm reading it, and it's Sadistico, and just come to find out Sadistico is from this toy line, and so I'm like, who is this dude? Because it's awesome gimmick, like it looks phenomenal. And then I find out it's Paul London, and I'm like, holy crap, this is cool.
I knew he did a gimmick under a mask. I did not know that's what it was called.
Why? And maybe it was one of those things where he couldn't because it was...
They may own the rights to it, yeah.
But, dude, like, this could have been crazy gimmick. And he's paired with, like, Liz Mark Jr. and Relic, which was... Do you know who Relic was?
I remember, but I don't remember.
Johnny the Bull Stamboli.
That's right, because it was Killer backwards.
Yep.
Yeah.
But, man, like, that's a 3-man group that could have went on and done some stuff. It looked good. Relic was like the muscle, and Sadistico was like the flunky to
was this
Liz Mark Jr.
TNA run or after?
During, I think.
During, okay.
So, or at least in conjunction with, because kind of same character. But look up Sadistico. I'm gonna show you. Okay. But look him up. It's bad, man. It's awesome look.
Paul London as Sadistico.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
So
I wanted to talk about one more thing before we get off. I know we got a little bit of time, but I sent you the deal where NWA is going back to YouTube, where they should have never left.
Agreed.
Because they lost so many people. Good, bad. What do you think?
Thumbs up for me.
I'm happy as hell because that was one of my favorite shows.
But now they have several shows. They've been running shows.
It's hard to find them, and sometimes Fight TV doesn't always want to work on your phone, dude.
And a lot of the stuff they were doing, I think you had to pay.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm saying. And I'm like, you made money off YouTube. You can make money off sponsors. And don't get me wrong, I think there's nothing wrong with having to pay for pay-per-view. That's fine.
Yeah.
But
the weekly pay-per-view didn't work.
No, they tried it before with NWA TNA.
I mean, no matter how cheap, like, I'm already paying for TV. I'll pay for a special, but I'm not going to pay every week.
I mean, you got a wife and kids. You got to pay multiple for your internet and everything. I had to pay for mine. So you're already paying that one bill. No other wrestling really costs anymore. So and I ain't trying to come off some cheapskate, but I mean,
We're
just
cheapskates.
when you got to pay for it, you got to pay for it. But when it was NWA and it was free, you can't tell me they weren't building off that.
Yeah.
They had a full house. They had people there. I saw their pay-per-view crowd. Nobody at that mug. Bro, they were probably begging people to come inside. I swear it looked bad. It
Well,
really
I think
did.
a lot of it is like they had all this buzz and then it went away.
Yeah. But,
And so-
I mean, when it's free, people are watching it.
Mhm.
I mean, even the little thing with the chicken joke with Jim Cornette, as bad as that was, boy, it caught him some damn attraction to go watch the show just to see, what are they going to do next?
Yeah.
So,
But I definitely maybe we can cover more of it. So.
no, that's one I really enjoyed covering it. I'm a fan of their champion, big fan of him.
Yeah.
So,
Trevor Murdoch.
yep.
So
And right now they got Chris Masters there. They got Odinson and his tag partners
the
there.
Pope's there.
They got so many good names, man. And
Our friend Jeremiah Plunkett I seen him in a battle
yeah,
royal.
I just saw he's going to be in a four-way match, I believe, is coming up.
So Plunkett's a beast.
But I mean, I think a lot of the guys from Ego and Battle Zone, it's not that far from here. We got a lot of guys that have a good shot of going on that show.
Yeah. And the thing is getting in front of them.
Yeah, getting your.
I think that's a lot of our guys is just don't want to take that chance to go be
Hey
seen.
man, sometimes you don't even put some chairs up. I put some chairs up to get on some TV.
That's right.
You know, you want me to be a ref? I'll be a ref. Shit, I can count to 2, 3, 10, 20 on a good day.
Yeah, if you want me to do nothing but just
you know,
stand around, like I just want to
Just something. Take tickets.
I want to shake your hand. You know.
But I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do to get in the door.
Yep. I told Ray Fury this when he's done a couple things like had the WrestleMania shots and this and that, and I was like, look, bro, get you a bunch of those mini bottles of alcohol, and I'm like, get a business card, poke a hole in it, stick it through there, whatever, and when you hand them your business card, give them this alcohol. I'm like, they will remember you. I mean, if you got 50 people handing you cards,
Yep.
and one hands you a bottle of liquor, you're gonna remember.
That's true.
You know, like.
But yeah, I'm more than happy about that because right now you lost ROH till supposedly April. You don't know what's going to happen there.
Well, I know the champions from ROH are out taking bookings.
I do know that too,
Like 2 weeks, there's a huge show in Atlanta, and it's got both ROH champions on it. It's awesome.
So, well, I mean, he had COVID. I'm pretty sure it's over now. That's Bandito, right?
Yep.
And
Jonathan Gresham.
Jonathan Gresham's
And I think like Moose is on this show, and Jordan Grace is on this show, and man, it's a ton of guys.
Okay.
But I'll show you the
Where's
poster
it going to be at?
in Atlanta.
Atlanta.
I'm pretty sure Atlanta, but it's gonna be rocking. But yeah, and like I've been in, not me, but I've got a middleman to talk with Khan, and like Khan's been like taking bookings, and he's like 1/3 of the Ring of Honor 6-man championships. He's got the title. Like the champions are out there pushing it and still working. I just saw a thing where Shane Taylor's promotions are out with CT Fletcher, like working out with him, and like they're all like doing curls with CT right there,
cool.
coaching them and stuff.
Oh, good.
So, you know, gives you maybe gives you a little idea of who's coming back. You know, so that's cool.
Well, that's good.
Yep. But again, hey, until next time,
Watch
this has been
wrestling.
Ego and Break. Watch wrestling.